Okay.
Really? Come on. There we go.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Hey, this is Ahman Green, the Green Bay Packers all-time leader in rusher. Bill, the Packer fan and Packer owner, Nick. They run a website for Packer news and updates, and I know Packer news hasn't been so great lately because we got some players that are not Packers anymore that you loved at one time, but you might hate a little bit right now.
Two great running backs. We have a competent offensive line.
He's saying that he felt in November and December that they didn't want him back.
Get a little safety in that position. Either we go.
There's no reason to believe we can't return, but.
And they already came out, there's a couple guys that came out, so that Rodgers and so on was
solution of it, and don't let them go for anything under than one.
And you know what, Packer fans? The Bears still suck. So go Pack Go, and good luck to Bill and Nick, their website, and their Packer news. Talk to you later.
It's a lot easier to come in and keep doing mop-up duty, but he threw the ball all. He kind of looked like Aaron Rodgers the way he was throwing the ball sidearm and just flicking the ribs, and the ball was just jumping out of his hands. Agreed.
Hey everybody, this is Gerhard de Beer, former Green Bay Packer offensive lineman, and you're watching Frozen Tundra Network with Bill the Packer fan and Packer.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Frozen Tundra Network. How you guys doing today?
Doing great.
Doing good.
Glad to hear it. So, what are we excited for with training camp coming right around this corner?
Training camp. We got 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks. We got the Bears next week. Actually, in 8 days, I believe.
Yeah, but who's it going to be? Are they going to have their 2-star guys signed by then?
That's the question. I wanted to talk about that today. We got to talk about that too. If they're the two divas or the 2 first-round divas are going to sign their contract.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny, man, that Caleb goes, I don't have nothing to do with that, but he doesn't have an agent, right?
I don't think so.
His dad is his agent. I mean, whether you have a legit agent or you have your father, someone speaking for him, he's not talking about it. He's not doing his own contract, and he's negotiating somehow. I think he wants to change something. I just don't. Or maybe it's nothing and they're going to sign. I don't know.
From what I've heard, he doesn't like the salary cap on it, that it's got to be structured a certain way. Well, don't matter if you like it, that's what it is. So that's what you got to take.
Are we still talking about when is Jordan Love going to be signed to a new contract?
No, Caleb Williams.
Him and Odunze, neither one of them have signed their rookie contract. They're still holding out. Well, it's not a holdout till it's a holdout, but
I'm finding that kind of strange. Like,
right?
But then, from the looks of it, I'd say he's pushing the case to say, I'm pretty much. He's that confident in himself to say he's definitely going to be the difference maker for this team. I guess his case is if you want to sign me to something that says how much you really want me here, that I know I'm really going to make a difference when I get my start. Guess that's his kind of statement for Chicago.
Yeah. He doesn't like the collective bargaining agreement. He wants to. I don't get it, bro. I mean, you're going to get paid no matter what. It's like almost $40 million, right?
And to answer Sammy's question, we are going to be extending Jordan Love. Expect it in these next 2 weeks, because supposedly it was that we're getting it before the start of training camp, and training camp's just right around the corner.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from today.
And
hello, Yoli.
Yoli. What's up, Yoli?
And also, I think I've seen a poll that was done before in a certain Instagram group where it was 51% of Packer fans who are on board to say that the contract Jordan Love should be between 50 and 55 as far as how much per year. Like, they're on board with that to be the fair deal.
Yeah,
all mine.
I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah, I'm good with it too. What's up, Jason? Honestly, man, I don't want to pay a lot to him, but if it ends up being $60 million, I don't see how we can avoid it. I mean, we just
Well, and I keep saying to myself, I have not seen anything or read anywhere where Jordan Love's demanding that much.
right. I haven't either. It's just other fan bases saying that we're going to end up paying him $60 million.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear any exact number. The only thing I've ever heard was, and it was like second or third hand type of reporting, where Jordan Love supposedly said he wants to be one of the top paid quarterbacks in the league. But that could mean a whole slew of things. The top paid quarterback in the league.
But did he say that? I mean,
that's why I said it was second or third hand reporting, so we don't know if it directly came out of his lips.
Mm-hmm.
All the videos that I've seen of him talking.
Well, Yoli.
Doing good, Yoli.
Mm-hmm.
All the videos that I've seen of him talking about it, he's just said that he's going to get it done before camp. He hasn't said I want to be the highest paid.
That's the deal. That's the deal from the front office. They said they'd get it done before camp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like it. Let's do it. Sign him. I mean, work out the deal. I'm good with whatever it's going to take. If it's 57, 58, let's go. I'm tired of talking about it. I want to see it done.
Exactly.
That's all I'm waiting for.
Yep, just get the deal done. I don't assume it's going to be anything astronomical or massively lowballed. So the numbers honestly don't really matter. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a big deal.
What's substantial, bro? You got to be more. I want to hear some numbers. Give me some numbers, Jason. What did you hear? Substantial. Because substantial to me is 50 million, 53 million, 54 million. That's substantial. That's a lot of freaking money, especially if you give them like a 4-year deal, 4 or 5 year deal. I mean, if it's 10-year deal, I'm even more excited, but I don't think it's
the only issue we have there, Ronald, is we don't have an owner that could do backdoor deals with sponsorship for him to where he's still getting paid. Because Robert Kraft sure lined Tom Brady's pockets that way, too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, Brady's alluded to it himself that's what it was.
Yeah. All right, bro. Kraft has a lot of money. He's got a lot of sway. Modest and well-deserved. I will put it that way. Yeah, I bet, bro. Yeah. I believe it's all well-deserved. I wish they would sign him to a 10-year deal. I mean, do you see right now the Chiefs? They signed Mahomes to that 10-year deal, and he's like $45 million a year. He's like in the middle. He's the best quarterback in the league, and he's not even being paid the best quarterback money. I mean, that's the kind of deal we need. That's like down the line. That's why they're able to still sign guys. I mean, he's got him three. He's got him 3 Super Bowls. Whew. Holy fuck.
Yep. And I would hope we can do the same thing with Jordan Love when it comes to his position.
Well,
and if we did, I would say hopefully it works well to our benefit that we're able to keep some other guys on the team also, because one's got to think somewhere along the line in the future we're going to have to pay off the receivers that we got on this team, some of which will get it and some may not.
Oh yeah, shit, we're already seeing that a little bit. We heard both Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney say that one of the main reasons they went to Green Bay was because of Jordan Love, that they want to have
There's a fucking number. That's a 10-year contract. That's a 10-year contract. That's a 10-year contract right there. That's what that is. That's a 10-year contract right there. That's what that is. And bro, it looks like a big number, but if 10 years, if you get them for 10 years and that number, I'm in.
Yep.
I'm in. Yep. It's 6 because it won't be in 10 years. In 5 years, the average cap will be probably $70 million for a quarterback. Shit.
Right. And one thing about it, I'm sure some other folks in the North will root for us to pay him now, just because, hey, a lot of folks are not convinced about Jordan Love being as good as he was with his first year.
Well, that's why all we got to do is save those receipts. And when you got all these rival fans saying, "Oh, I'm hoping you pay him, hoping you pay him," after he drops them a couple of times, bring them back out and say, "Oh, I'm glad you hope that we paid him because it was a damn good idea."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
And one will have to see this. What does Jordan Love do in the long run with the run when it comes to every trip he takes to the playoffs?
Say that again. What do you say? Say that again. Will he get us to the playoffs?
I'm saying, what does Jordan Love do with every trip he takes to the playoffs? That's what's gonna be the vocal point and focus for every fan base.
Yeah. Bro, as long as he continues his progression, I want to see. I don't know that he's going to be able to start right up where he ended last year, because they built up to that. But I'm expecting within a game or two, he's going to be back in that kind of mode. I'm expecting pretty I know he's still going to make mistakes, but I mean, as long as you see him progressing, that's all. I mean, that's what we've all been saying last year. I mean, we've seen it happen, and as long as that continues, every game he was just getting better and better.
That's why I was saying,
and I mentioned this morning, progression is not just going to have to happen with Jordan Love. We got to see it with every other player that's surrounding him too.
Sure.
But that's why I was saying on this morning show that anything besides one playoff win at the end of this year, to me, it is a failure for the year. Granted, I'm not sitting there saying I'm expecting a Super Bowl just because we know how hard it is to get a Super Bowl and how many things you need just to shake your way that day.
Mm-hmm. Well, I already said it before.
Who we got watching?
Well, that's what you get on a Packers show. You come on a Packers show, you're going to get it full of
Packers. Homerville, bro. That's what you're going to get, bro.
Well, I already gave my take on what a failed season looks like for Green Bay. It is a matter of a major downslide from where we were last season. Like, if Jordan Love doesn't produce the same way he did last season, and anyone else goes through a sophomore slump, then yeah, it's a failed season. Like Green Bay, if Green Bay does not build from where they were last season, as far as if we're not able to win more than 9 games and have a deeper playoff run than what we had last season, yeah, it's a failed year.
Yeah.
I mean, I already said it on record what I think a failed season for the Bears would be, and I'll be honest about what a failed season looks like for Green Bay.
Yep.
I will never hold that back.
Shit. If we got swept by the Bears, I'd agree with you. To lose to that sorry of a franchise twice, oh my God, we'd have to get rid of everyone.
Yeah. Fortunately,
I wouldn't go that far.
Can you guys remember the last time? Can you guys remember the last time the Bears swept us?
I'm just screwing with Ken because he's one of the callers.
Yeah, that's Ken, man. That's Ken.
Rebuild.
I'm just wondering if
I wouldn't call us having an overhaul because we lose to Chicago, because I expected them to be much more competitive this year. At least competitive enough where they could beat us. But I'm not looking. But I say you're not at the level where I say you're going to sweep us yet.
Yeah, just like the
you
same.
Might get one. You
Mm-hmm.
might get one from us, but you just ain't sweeping us yet.
Can't win regular season games. He's talking about playoff games. You guys can't win regular season games. 10 straight, bro. 18-2 in the last 10 years. I mean, bro, can you guys remember the last time the Bears swept the Packers? I mean, that comment's so far off the cuff.
Right. Yeah, and you're right, Jason. Last season was really supposed to have been a year to restart everything for Green Bay. You're talking about we never were supposed to make the playoffs. You're right. Yeah, last season we weren't even supposed to have as many wins as we did.
Yeah.
According to most experts out there, Green Bay should have been in the basement.
He's trying door takes. That's a fail.
Yeah. The Lions might have had the division for this past year, but they're going to find out that it's going to be a hell of a lot harder to win it multiple years in a row.
One season does not make you ownership of anything, bro. Stop it. It's been the North for almost 20 years, bro. Come on, bro. Stop.
Well, here's the thing. If I were to be honest about the idea about the Lions falling off from where they are, they could. And personally, I think Dan Campbell might have put himself in a compromising spot when it came to him making that statement about, did the Lions really go through, was last season really the only chance the Lions had for making that run to the Super Bowl? I don't think you should be saying that for the media.
I mean, bro, you caught the NFC North in a down season. The Packers were changing quarterbacks. The Bears were rebuilding. They still had Fields. I mean, and the Vikings, I mean, they lost Kirk Cousins.
To you, Keith, you're talking about we're running a new defense. I'm not saying, yes, guys are going to need time to adapt, but some players on this team don't have to take too much time adapting to it, especially not even the defensive front.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that's going to change with the defensive line trying to adjust to a 4-3 is players are going to be lined up differently as far as different gaps they run against from offensive lines.
Yeah, and then most of the guys played in 4-3 defenses in college too, so it's not like they don't have experience.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No, the Packers definitely own the Bears, and it don't even matter which quarterback.
Packers fans.
Almost 4 decades, bro. I can't even remember the last time the Bears even sniffed us like that. Stop it. It's fucking 40 years, bro. Most of our viewers haven't even. Just stop, bro.
Yes, they did, Jason. They did.
They underestimated the Packers, plain and simple. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Love's going to be better than Rodgers and Favre.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to say it.
From everything we're hearing coming in OTAs and
there's every chance he could be.
Yeah, from everything we're hearing coming out of OTAs and that is that this team absolutely loves playing with Jordan Love.
Everybody's bought in, man. They're in on the defense. They're in on the offense. They're in on the running game. I mean, they're upset that Aaron Jones ain't there, but they're still in on it. What was that, Ada?
Well, I'm just responding to Keith talking about we're more of an attack D, and trust me when I tell you, Keith, Green Bay usually thrives in being that kind of deep. The defense we have now actually loves that kind of work, and they thrive in it.
Yeah, averaging one Super Bowl, and I don't think it's a full 12 years, is it? But even if it is, that still works for me. I've got to see multiple Super Bowls in my lifetime. Have Lions fans been able to say that?
Same here.
How many you watched? How many Lions Super Bowls you watched, Keith? I love it when these guys talk about average. You guys average at one every 12 years. How many you
average? Zero.
Zero. Goose egg.
Hey, at least Keith is good-hearted about it.
I know.
Yeah. I don't know if you could say that in the comments, Keith. The B word he said. I don't know if you could say that.
And Ken likes to act like it's worthless, but he even said out of his own lips if the Bears offered the same thing, he'd do it too.
He would be an owner too. He would be happy to wear that ownership hat if it said Chicago Bears.
Yeah, and I think you ought to reverse that statement you once said about Bears owning Green Bay. But I'd say it should be the other way around. Like, I'm thinking over the years, Green Bay has beaten y'all so much to the point to where any game the Bears win against the Packers may as well be recognized as their Super Bowl.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, it might only be one more, but one more it still counts as more.
He's talking about one more because of how many we've seen, because the other ones were before, even before their fucking Super Bowl. So, but we was talking in the whole existence. Keith was talking about in the whole existence. That's what we're talking about. It's still 4-1, Ken. I'm sorry you don't like that, but it's 4-1.
Yeah, you got that right. We don't ever want to see another.
Nobody ever wants to see that.
Oh, that was cringy.
Yeah. Funny thing is, that song actually sold. That song was actually one of the top songs on a Billboard Death chart once before.
That was stupid. It was such a stupid song. Oh, wow.
Yeah, but this part of the cycle is going to last a while.
I think it's funny, man. You guys, for 70 years, you guys held the head-to-head record, and then in like 30 years, we just wiped it out and took it back.
It will turn
like
again.
Well, at halftime. I guess it wasn't that hard to beat you guys.
Every part. Well, for me to say it turns again depends on what you get out of Caleb Williams, because as far as what you set yourselves up for, it is, as you said before, Ken, Caleb Williams has to show himself to be far better than what you had in Justin Fields, to where he has to justify the Bears and them taking a chance on him over continuing to let Justin Fields progress to be the guy that you wanted him to be.
Yeah.
Does he have the upside? Does he have more upside than Fields? Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But we will see.
He said, "Stop making good takes." It's true, though, man. I can't wait. It's going to be. Look, bro. I have every confidence you guys did the right thing by taking Caleb Williams. The question is, how does he work in your system? Whether him being a diva and you guys can get along with that, or can you guys develop him into the NFL quarterback? Because no doubt he can play college ball. It's just got to be transferred over into pro. And, he was the right choice. I'm not arguing.
Well, I'm going to say this, and I'll stick by my word on it. Like, if Caleb Williams can actually do what no other Bears quarterback has done before, which is have a 4,000-yard passing season with over 30 touchdown passes, I'll actually have some respect for him as your QB.
Absolutely.
Shit, if he just hits 4,000 yards and even had 20 touchdowns, I'd give him a hell of a lot of respect.
Yeah, no, 4,000-yard season's a good season, and he's probably going to have more than 20 touchdowns if he does. I guess it all depends on how well the running game's working with the passing game. It's all going to be. Everything's a wait and see. It's on paper. It looks great.
Yeah. Say his name, Ken, and he appears.
Yes, there he is. What is this? Here's the problem: the Bears don't have a good offensive coordinator. Well, I mean, Tyler, the other guy made.
That's definitely a good call, because and one's got to think about how many of those people have the Bears ran through over the years, because they had no continuity in their coaching staff at times. And I always said that was the one thing that held that franchise back over the years, was lack of continuity in their coaching staff.
Oh, absolutely. And then this Seattle guy, I'm not too impressed with him to start with. Like, I don't think he's a bad hire. I just don't think that it's a home run out of the park hit. But this guy, if he can do to Caleb what he did for Geno that 1 year, hey.
Fucking John, I love it. They don't have the O-line. Well, I'm going to say this, man. They've added at almost every position on the offense. The Bears have added to the line, running back, wide receivers. I mean, they've tried to improve the O-line. And our counterpart here, Ken, the Bear fan, he's on our morning show.
The curse of Lovie Smith. Oh my!
The curse of Lovie Smith. Yeah, I mean that's a living, breathing thing right there. 100%.
Shoot. I think Lovely Smith might have did something for the Texans for them to be good because before C.J. Stroud came over there, he had a job with them and he was supposed to have taken that season for the Texans to have the #1 pick, but instead they end up with #2 and let Lovely Smith go. And apparently he might have done them a favor when it came to that.
I agree with you. I didn't think LaFleur was I wasn't. I know a lot of.
See,
I wasn't sold on
LaFleur
if I gotta be honest with that one, Ken, I was one of the few guys who wasn't high on LaFleur at all. Like,
the same way.
I saw him get hired, and every part of me was just like, I'm gonna wait and see what he does with this team. I'm not gonna say I won't say he's bad, but I'm not gonna say he's good either.
As soon as we were starting the hiring process and the candidates were coming out, that's exactly who I wanted because I've seen how creative some of his play calls could be. In my mind, you just went running with it with Aaron Rodgers. Now, granted, Aaron Rodgers checked out of a lot of those play calls, but
bro, still,
yeah.
13 win seasons in a row, never been done in the NFL. That says a lot about LaFleur's offense and how he coaches. I'm sorry,
but
I'm never going to take
that. But let's be clear. Let's be clear about it. Even while we had those seasons, people looked at it from one perspective.
Yes.
Look at who you had as your quarterback. You could, when it comes to how established and good Aaron Rodgers was, already being recognized as an MVP QB. There was no way, it was no question you could have those kind of years with him. You could have a 13-win season with Rodgers as your quarterback.
And then I'm going to say
LaFleur doing that was not surprise. So for anybody, Matt LaFleur having 13 wins in a year with Aaron Rodgers was never a surprise.
Yeah. I don't think we ever thought it was going to happen. And I say this to those same people. His last year here, he was 8-9, and he was very subpar. Rodgers was great in his prime, and he's done a lot for the Packer organization. I'm never going to say he's not. I love Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying he didn't prosper every year in LaFleur's system. His final year, he was below average. I mean, it sucked.
Well, he was also playing.
Yeah, he definitely regressed.
I know he
definitely. Yeah, you could say Rodgers definitely regressed that year from where he once was, that 8-9 season, but at the same token, you got to think some other guys were regressed and were injured just as much too.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, the fact that they gave away all his wide receivers, Devontae was gone his last year. Everybody, I mean, we had MVS. He sucked. We ended up losing him the next year. I mean, the same year.
Devontae and MVS were gone.
Yeah.
The only veteran receivers Rodgers had throwing the ball to were mediocre. Like his #1 target was Alan Lazard, and the other guys you had behind him being Randall Cobb and Sammy Watkins for a time.
Oh God,
that wouldn't work.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, Equimus, St. Brown. We had the other St. Brown brother. He sucked too. Yeah, he sucked too. Fucking guys, they were bums, man. And I'm sorry if Rodgers believed more in his rookies because we had some of those. I mean. Man, the way we use our rookies now, it's like night and day.
At the time, Rodgers, and at that time, the Rodgers' top target for a rookie was Christian Watson.
Yep.
Yeah. He dropped that opener. Oh my God. One of the greatest passes Rodgers ever threw. It hit a guy in stride, and he was in the end zone, and he drops it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Give me that pass back.
I was going to say, hey, he made up for it at the end of the year.
I understand, bro, but that was like, I mean, those are the passes that you want to talk about forever. I mean, how many quarterbacks? I mean, he hit him in stride. That was right in his hands. I mean, that was the perfect, and no one knew anything about Watson, and he burned the Vikings. That would have just like torched their whole man. It was a great pass.
But luckily against the Cowboys, he had his coming out party.
Yeah.
Christian Watson definitely had his coming out party to where he showed what he can do when he's able to hit, when you're able to hit him in stride, especially when he's usually at his best when he hits those go routes. Like I watched like the more I watch tape on these receivers, I recognize a lot of their strengths and weaknesses. And for Watson, he's at his best. Christian Watson is only at his best when you're able to hit him on the go routes because that's where he gets to show off the speed and the size difference against corners that he always has as an advantage. Like without question, Watson is supposed to be the upgrade to MVS as your top-notch deep threat downfield.
Right. I hope. Oh yeah, I agree with that 100%. He's way better, and his and speed is way more ferocious. I think
speed is dangerous. You're right.
And if Watson is good this year, guys, I mean, expect a breakout season. Look, if Watson's good and everything's good, I think 5,000 yards for Jordan Love this year. I think 35 to 40 touchdowns. It's going to be a great season.
Yeah. I hope with Watson finally being healthy, he's finally going to attack the damn ball.
Yes.
Instead of just waiting for it to come for him. I want to see him more aggressive out there.
It's his third season. He has to be.
Yeah, use some of that size that
Let's hope. Yeah, let us hope that percentage thing with his hamstrings is up to par where he will remain healthy. Because they looked at that. That was the issue.
He don't make it. He's cut, bro. I'm telling you. We don't fuck around, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like Watson's potential and all, but potential's one thing. You got to actualize it on the field.
Look at that. Yeah. Look at John Dorn. Holy smokes, John going out.
Have more yards and touchdowns than St. Brown.
Touchdown. He said both.
Hey, he didn't mention which St. Brown, though.
Yeah. It ain't going to be the one upstairs.
If you're talking about EQ, if you're talking about EQ St. Brown, that's easily a given.
Yeah.
I'm saying having more yards and touchdowns. If you were talking about him being better than EQ St. Brown, I'd be on board to say that's a given.
Look, he said it. He will be. Oh, is he in NOLA? Is he in NOLA? That's where he's at. The Bears don't even got him anymore.
Certainly don't. I remember they got rid of him.
Yeah, and he sucked. He couldn't even make it with the Bears, bro. He sucked.
He's another one that had a bit of potential and never actually.
And the funny thing is, the more I think about that, it just goes to show that I guess we have to admit this is one thing that a particular Lions fan was right about when they said they had the better St. Brown brother over there.
100%. They'll give it to him. Aquinas was a fail.
Oh, yeah.
But see, just like him, we cut his ass. You see that? We cut his ass. And you guys scooped him up. If we cut him, you should have known better. We don't keep no trash.
They're trying to take the Packers' trash. That way they can field a real team.
It's closer to a real
team. Funny thing is, I thought the Vikings do that more than anyone else in this division.
Yeah, they do. They poach. Poach.
And I'm sure Bear fans could get on the Vikings about your poach EQ St. Brown from us too. Oh, there goes John.
There's John. What's up, John?
And I'm not even joking. I think Watson will have more. I'm not St. Brown.
Bro, I love it.
I mean, St. Brown is going to have a down year this year. I'm telling you guys. The whole Lions going to have a down year this year. They're fucking built with duct tape, man.
Same old Lord.
And there's Cadner, the fucking used to be a big fucking Fields fucking guy. Now he's switching over to Cal. He's painting his nails and everything.
Hey, what did Mike Withrow used to call them? Justin Sexuals? Justin Sexuals. That's what he called them.
Bears are just fools. Bears are fools. They go get a quarterback, and they're just going to throw him out to the wolves.
And these are the Caleb cultists. That's what he called the new Caleb cultists. Where is Mike Withrow? That guy was so fucking funny.
I will tell you exactly what's going to happen with the Bears. I mean, to a T what's going to happen. Fucking both divas, both fucking self-centered divas, their first round divas, are going to fucking play, okay, tunnel vision. I'm going to throw it to him only. And St. Brown, Moore and fucking Allen are gonna get pissed off. That whole fucking locker room is gonna go divide. It's gonna be a shit show.
Well, you speak
DJ.
That's true.
John, bring this rant on Sunday, bro.
Hey, I'm about to say I don't know how true it is, but I've seen a video where somebody was predicting that stat-wise, DJ Moore might have a down year based on the new build of this Bears offense.
Yeah. Oh,
there's no telling who Caleb Williams' top target's going to be, which means DJ Moore won't have the same production he once had with Justin Fields.
Yeah. I know who his top target's going to be. He'd be tunnel vision right to his buddy there, his little fucking diva buddy.
Dunze? But I don't think he's going to be starting, John. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
No, that's gonna be his main target, man. I will guarantee you that.
You think so? All right.
He's been doing it in OTAs. He was doing it already. He was trying to force feed it to him, and Allen was getting pissed, throwing him and shit. No, this ain't happening. Fucking yeah.
Yeah, I seen that video too.
All Bears is a shit show, and then they go bring all these people in, but they're all second and third tier fucking players. I mean, come on now. I said that lines are put together with duct tape. Fucking the Bears are put together with fucking generic fucking glue. Fucking. It's like Jesus.
The 3M glue we used as a kid.
Let's go get a fucking injured prone fucking Swift. Let's go get fucking old fucking Kane with fucking Allen. Come on, man. Fucking.
Wow.
And then you get a whole bunch of nobody for fucking offensive linemen.
I mean, I don't know if we're put together from hopes and dreams, but I mean, I think everybody's team is like that. I mean, shit, bro. If you're going to be real.
If we're put together in hopes and dreams, I guarantee you we're not the only ones.
Yeah, I promise you that.
Because that could be shared by everybody in this division and so forth.
See, the difference with the Packers, we got hope and we got dreams. But Bears don't got no hopes and no dreams. They have no future. They got no nothing. You're stuck in this fucking round circle. It keeps going around and around and around until you jump off that motherfucker.
That's what we've been watching for the last 35 years. I can't argue with you, John. I mean,
I was going to say dreams came true. We ended up with 5 of them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we hope Love is good. The dream they can get. We got wide receivers, bro. I mean, he didn't get 4,200 yards last year. He didn't get 4,200 yards and 32 touchdowns thrown to himself. I mean, he's got people to throw the ball to.
Oh yeah. See, we got.
And if we got an actual running game, he's going to develop even harder.
See, one thing about defense is they can't hound on one person. They can't. They're like, okay, who's going to get the ball today now? Is it going to be fucking Reed? Is it going to be Wicks? Is it going to be fucking Watson?
You know, you say that, Ken, about Green Bay breeding winners. I mean, did you guys see that meme where every team in Chicago has a losing record for this last year? Did you see that? The Cubs, the Sox, the Bulls, the Bears. I mean, everybody. Yeah. Like if you go to Chicago, you go there to lose.
Yeah, and the funny thing about that stat, it makes me wonder who's better to root for now, given their current status, Chicago.
You're talking about we haven't
had a running back make a full season in like 3 years, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh my God!
Won't make it the whole season.
You got Sweat. What do you think about that?
How are we going to say, as long as he misses less than 6 games, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
We got AJ Dillon. We got Lloyd. Lloyd really stepped up this year.
We had Jones, and he's a great running back, bro. But the problem is you don't play a whole season, bro. I mean, only 6 games last year. I think only 10 the year before. I mean, bro, it's like you can't win games if you don't got a running back, and hopefully we got one.
And
I don't know.
The thing about that argument is Green Bay's run by committee. So whether or not any running back plays a full season won't matter that much if the others you got now are just as productive.
Yeah. See, Ken, one thing about it, see your weak fucking secondary, they'll can pick that fucker apart like no tomorrow, man. he fucking makes that fucking secondary look like fucking dog shit. So
Imagine how good. Imagine how
you don't
good.
have to
Jordan
run the ball.
Imagine how good Jordan Love would have been if we'd have had a running back for the whole fucking season last year.
Oh,
I mean,
Jesus.
honestly, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have made him, and we would have won more games. I mean, you can argue that shit all you want, Ken. It's the truth, bro. The truth is the truth.
And then you're talking about, defense takes longer than offenses. That's not true at all, man. Defense hooks up a lot faster. Look at the fucking Browns when they got Jim Schwartz. Switching to 4-3, boom. What? The first fucking year, their number one defense. The first fucking year. He made fucking Cedarius Smith look fucking good. I mean, I don't know what he did.
Go Pack, go, bro.
But Cedarius Smith, he came out of the shell and he fucking had a good year with Jim Shorts, the Browns and shit.
And Green Bay has a secondary. There's a good chance we might get, because the secondary we got now is not the same one you saw last season. That's the biggest guarantee.
And we actually improved. And I think we're ninth in our passing, and I think now we're going to probably be at least about third in passing. Maybe
I was going to say with Xavier McKinney roaming back there, that's a possibility.
Yeah, but Cooper, but Ballard, yeah.
I just want
a nasty, man.
I want our run defense to be better.
Well, it's going to with Cooper and Ballard up there that are faster, they're better tacklers. It's just these days, you can't really practicing tackling like you used to, you know. Now CBA, you can't tackle. You can't practice tackling like you can.
Yeah, we can't. That's a problem everybody deals with.
So now you have to actually go out there and find these guys that are actual good tacklers. That don't, you know, and with speed.
Well, sorry, there, Melissa.
If I ever got to put the comments up.
I know, but she didn't like all the cussing. John, you got to F-bomb every other word.
Well, it's ATG, is it?
Yeah, no, bro. It's okay, man. We don't censor around here. Everyone is the best in the league from their position. I mean, Lion fans just say that. I like to hear the argument for it. Make the argument, and then, you know, I'm all about it. Anybody can say, I got the best quarterback. Make your statement. I mean, if you believe your team's got the best cornerback, I mean, you believe that. Just make your statement. Just don't say, we got the best corners just because we won the division. That's all. That ain't the reason, bro. I know, John. We need a beat for John. Every other word of this and that. Oh, my gosh.
I had a rough fucking day today, man.
Yeah, it sounds like it. You feel better, bro? You feel better?
My fucking water line broke, and now I fucking went to go to the store just now. That's why I'm late, and it was closed. They're like,
he had to break in his own room.
I'm out in the fucking middle of nowhere where the closest fleet farm and shit like that is 15, 20 miles away from me.
Yeah.
And I fucking got there, it's closed. Like, are you shitting me? Now I gotta plug the son of a bitch up somehow and turn my water back on and hope like hell it don't spill and never leak.
But yes, Joshua, this scheme will be a lot better. But compared to Joe Barry's scheme, I think the dog could come up with a better scheme. I don't know how the hell he's still.
And like I said for Joe Barry, good luck with your future endeavors in Miami.
Yeah. But Kenny Clark, I don't know. I'll tell you the truth, he might be trade bait.
I hope he's not.
I don't know if you actually look at him, he's been actually trending downwards a little bit. Actually, he's been trending downwards. But maybe with this new system, maybe he'll.
He had his best year last year, John.
Not really,
man. I mean, come on, bro.
And Kenny Clark, and don't forget, Kenny Clark has been a multiple-time Pro Bowler too.
And he's not even 30. He's not even 30.
Maybe 29.
Okay, but he's not 30.
Man. I think we're gonna let the young guys fucking come up and.
No, I think as soon as we sign Jordan Love, we sign Kenny Clark the next
game. Thing I'm thinking, I think we're gonna sign back Bakhtiari. I think we are.
Funny thing is, I've seen something where people think the Bears might be favorites.
I've seen that too. I've seen that too.
Of course.
But one thing about it, he said he's not going to any team except a contender, and Bears definitely ain't no contenders. So,
see, Joshua, I'd say the same thing, bro. I'd say the same thing.
I mean, I don't want to see it. I really don't.
But that's the thing is Green Bay doesn't usually give third contracts because of things like with Bakhtiari. I mean, Bakhtiari's contract, he died the minute we gave him that third contract. They're worried the same thing. Clark had a great year last year, best year statistically, best year everything. I say you re-sign him, but
no, not really. I mean, I like to keep it young, but you got to have veterans. You got to have some veterans, man. You got to have some veterans in there.
Well, hey, Ken, can you blame him? I mean, the Packers were the youngest team to playoff game last year. I mean, there's a lot of things about being young that and
yeah, you love to embrace the youth movement, but you still haven't. But you still need a veteran presence who can mentor the young guys to take them to the level and direction they should want to go.
But now we got a whole bunch of second years, so they're veterans.
They're hungry. They're hungry, man. They sniffed the fucking playoffs. They're like, God damn it! Now we want that Super Bowl. And I feel sorry for any team that's in NFC North. I can actually see him. I'm not even. This ain't no homer take. This ain't nothing.
Let's hear
it. We're gonna sweep the fucking division.
Get that receipt.
Oh,
you hear that, Ken? Where you at, Ken?
yeah. Somebody may as well be recording that.
They're gonna be clipping that, bro. You watch, John.
Clip it and hold it.
6-0.
Holding it. As soon as we lose the first fucking divisional game, John, you're gonna hear that fucking clip.
The Vikings first divisional game with the Vikings, watch them beat us. Like,
my God! You're gonna hear that right off the bat. It's the first fucking.
And not.
That's fucking funny, man. Oh, I love it. I can't wait for football again.
Yep, and let's be clear, when it comes to the schedule, we already got two teams who are we already got two opponents who are being looked at as possible Super Bowl contenders on our schedule. Those two being the Eagles and the 49ers.
Yeah. We have the third hardest schedule. How the fuck did that happen? And the Bears got the second easiest schedule.
Well, for us to have a schedule this difficult, it may as well be depending on the competition we got in terms of teams that were playoff teams last season.
Well,
like
look at
the Eagles,
Lions.
like when it comes to the whole AFC South, you had the Texans who were in the playoffs last season. For the NFC West, who were competing with the Niners and the Rams, they were in the playoffs. We got the Eagles; they were a playoff contender, and any other team we're playing against was second place in their division.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and probably a playoff team that year. And two games we got against a playoff contender being the Lions. That makes our schedule just as hard.
So, A-Dub, how bad do you think the Rams are going to sweep the buck? I mean, are going to whack the fucking Lions week one? I'm thinking probably like 43 to maybe 21, maybe 23.
Considering the bad taste Matthew Stafford had in his mouth from that playoff loss against the Lions, they ought to know he wants that game very badly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we heard Darcy, the Lion Homer, say he thinks they lose that one.
Yeah. I think
same here, Joshua.
Hey, I think
the biggest worry I got with Stokes is how long is he going to hold up in terms of keeping himself healthy, considering the injury he suffered before is not easy to come back from.
That's another one who doesn't stay healthy. That's another one. You're right.
And Carrington Valentine, I could see him taking a big leap from where he was last season, especially when it comes to the weight he's put on.
Yeah. They told him, hey, gain some weight. He gained 15 pounds. He hit the gym.
I hope he beats Stokes out, man.
Stokes?
I wouldn't be worried about Valentine at all.
I think what Stokes
he showed last year impressed me massively for a rookie at his caliber.
Stokes is better with press coverage. That's what he's better at. And he was just, with fucking last year, or when he first came in, he was really good. And that's what he was doing, man. And then all of a sudden they moved him around, and then he wasn't as good.
I don't know about that. Look, he's definitely.
Barkley probably twisting the ankle in fucking first quarter.
185 yards week 1 is how much Saquon Barkley will run for.
I'm more worried about fucking.
We'll see, kid.
I'm not worried about Hunt than anything.
Because when it comes to the Eagles, they're going to be. I know them well enough to know they're not going to be solely dependent on that run game.
Yeah.
No.
They'll test us with their receiving core composed of Devonta Smith and AJ Brown. Like, don't think those guys are not going to be getting targets against us out there. And also you can be sure Jalen Hurts is going to have his share of runs down the field too.
Yeah. That's what I'm most worried about is when he takes off.
It's going to be interesting to see how he gets that 185 yards with no Kelsey there at the front.
Yeah.
There's a lot of for them. Offense over there for them.
No push for them.
Yeah, 100%, Josh, on that.
A funny thing, I heard even Cowboy fans are saying that since your star center retired, no tush push for you guys anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Like if the center they draft, like if the center they drafted is supposed to be it's supposed to be any good as far as replacing Kelsey, we may still see it.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
It was a good play. It was a good play. You don't go away from it until it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if Myers is going to keep his job or not. Jenkins been going over to OTAs. He's been doing some centers, so I don't know. If Morgan actually could take over a spot, I can see fucking Jenkins going center.
Well, personally, I'm thinking Jenkins is going to maintain his guard spot. If there's a position I'm thinking Morgan is best suited for, to where I think he could be good to take over, he could take the spot that was held bound by John Runyon. He could be right guard. Yeah. Like, that's my suggestion for the O-line. Keep Rasheed Walker and Zach Tom at the tackle spot. Let Jordan Morgan play in the middle somewhere as far as blocking. If you want to start him somewhere within the middle where that's where we were most vulnerable.
Well, wasn't he more of a right guard? So wouldn't he be?
Yeah, like Morgan does have versatility where he could play inside and out. So if they want to play him inside, I'm all for it.
Yeah, me too.
It has to be Musgrave still. I don't think Musgrave's going to lose his job to Kraft just yet.
No.
Yeah, like our tight end room is going to remain as it is. Musgrave's tight end 1, Tucker Kraft's number 2, Ben Sims will be number 3.
Yeah, and we still have what's his name?
Davis.
Tyler Davis.
Davis.
Actually, he was actually our number 1 2 years ago. He was our number 1 special teams player, and then he got hurt. And that actually hurt our fucking special teams. So I think that's pretty much why we're sticking him around as a backup, and plus he's special teams. But if Sims, I mean, he's doing pretty good too himself, man. I like him.
Oh yeah, I've got no problem having him as a third tight end.
No. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's proved he can be dependable.
I like all of our young guys, man. We have a great young core. It's going to be and everybody's like, oh, you don't have a number 1. You don't have a number. It's going to sort itself out. It's going to sort itself out. Just wait. Yeah. I mean, Jordan Love was developing last year. His development was more important than focusing on who's going to be our 1 and trying to force the ball in someplace.
I was going to say, shit, if he keeps just spreading the ball around, I'd be happy with him too.
What he's doing is he's taking what the defense is giving him and just going with it. And that's, what more do you want from your quarterback? You got good options as long as these guys are getting open I say, if there's going to be a number 1, he's going to get himself open and establish himself as the number 1. You know what I mean? He's going to get the balls. He's going to catch touchdowns. He's going to be that guy. Last year, it looked to me like it was more Dobbs and Reed as our 1s and 2. But,
and think about this. Plenty of receivers we drafted before didn't start out looking the part of number 1s, but eventually they developed into number 1 guys.
Yeah, it took Adams 3 years, bro, before he was actually really good.
Number 1.
Yeah.
And from my perspective, if there are any receivers I look at who have the best possibility to develop as number one, I'm looking at two different guys out there. That would be Romeo Doubs and Dontavian Wicks. And the reason I look at those two is because I look at those two being the most polished when it comes to their route trees out of the top four that we got.
Yeah.
Wick especially. Yep.
Yeah. I want to see us line up where we got two speedsters on the outside and they like challenge everything, and Jordan Love's got a shot at going for it all right off the bat. That'd be nice.
So you want Bo Melton on one side and you want Watson on the other side?
I want Watson on the other. Just go, man. See what happens.
I mean,
for
me, and definitely Bo Melton for me is another speed demon on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's actually faster than Watson.
He might be.
I think
we're going to say if he is or not.
My thing is Bo Melton nearly looks as part of where his skill set is closely equal to Jaden Reed at times.
Yeah.
That's the reason why he's a slot guy just like Reed.
And another thing too, he was our second best blocker last year for wide receivers. He was our second best blocker.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll definitely see some playing time. He's definitely making the roster.
I think Melton takes a step forward. Oh no!
I think so too.
Yep. I honestly wouldn't be shocked if he ends up challenging for that number one spot because of how dynamic he is. Because not only is he fast, he made some outstanding catches last year.
Yeah, he did.
He's got some great
and one's got to think, wasn't Bo Melton the first receiver to have a 100-yard game for us last season?
Yep.
Well, you're welcome, Yoli. Thanks
You're
for
welcome, Yoli.
You're welcome, Yoli.
Yoli.
And one could think Dobbs could take that next step to becoming number one, especially when you think about his coming out party as far as that performance he had in the playoffs against Dallas.
Yeah.
He looked a part of somebody you might look at as your possible top guy out there, especially given the games he had against Dallas and San Fran in the playoffs.
Cooper defense rookie of the year. I love that.
I think he has a very good solid chance.
Him or Bullard. I think Bullard's going to have a big year.
Cooper will have a better chance, I think.
I think so too. I think he's going to get a chance.
He's a heat missile, man. That fucker's. Before was already fucking making plays to try to fool him, and he never could fool him.
One thing's for sure, man. The Packers are going to try to put someone in there. They're going to try to come up with their 1 and 2 wide receivers during training camp. Same with they're going to have their select guys. I mean, they're going to know who the 1s and 2s are, because you have to name those. You have to like run your offense like that. So I don't know, man. Go Pack, go!
Go Pack, go! Same old Lions.
Go Pack, go!
Who's those Lions? And then we got the shitty ass Bears. Bears still suck. The Bears still suck. They really, 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 really suck.
Oh, I love it.
On that terrible note.
Yeah. Well, everybody, thank you for all watching and joining us this evening. And especially thank you all you guys for commenting. Have yourselves a very wonderful night. And as always, go Pack, go.
Rated R, don't be a Karen.
Go Pack, go.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Hey, this is Ahman Green, Green Bay Packers all-time leader in Russia. Bill, the Packer fan and Packer owner, Nick. They run a website for Packer news and updates, and I know Packer news hasn't been so great lately because we got some players that are not Packers anymore that you loved at one time, but you might hate a little bit right now.
2 great running backs. We have a competent offensive line.
He's saying that he felt in November and December that they didn't want him back.
Get a little safety in that position. Either we go.
There's no reason to believe we can't return, but
And they already came out. There's a couple guys that came out and said that Rodgers is telling
solution of it, and don't let them go for anything under than one.
And you know what, Packer fans? The Bears still suck. So go Pack Go, and good luck to you, Bill and Nick, their website and their Packer News. Talk to you later.
It's a lot easier to come in and skip doing mop-up duty, but he threw the ball all. He kind of looked like Aaron Rodgers the way he was throwing the ball sidearm and just flicking the ribs, and the ball was just jumping out of his hand. Agreed.
Hey everybody, this is Gerhard de Beer, former Green Bay Packer offensive lineman, and you're